I want to make sure I properly take the time to say hello and good evening to everybody listening, not just in the States, but overseas, Japan. Real heavy shout out to you, Germany as well. This is an early edition of Branded After Dark, and it seemed like it's been a lifetime since I have had or wanted to have an opportunity to interview this young lady here tonight. And you heard the song right here and many, many other songs will we be playing tonight to celebrate the music and our appreciation to an icon and legend in my book, not in my heart, but in my soul as well. And I want to welcome Stephanie Mills to Branded After Dark. Hello, my queen.
Hello. Thank you. That was so nice. I'm so honored, and I'm so humbled to be on your station tonight and your show. And it's humbling. It really is. And I'm glad I'm alive to appreciate this, and you're not doing this, and under other circumstances. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
And there's one thing, especially with music and memories that's attached to music and the music that you've given us for so long. It has to be done in a way where appreciation should be shown, and I wish more people would do it. And like you said, and it wouldn't have to be the other way.
Right. Because everybody does it after the fact, or but you're doing it, and I'm able to enjoy it and celebrate it with you, and to me, that's just like a gift.
Before I get into all the typical questions that I'm pretty sure most people would like to have as far as what you're doing now, what's coming up with Stephanie Mills, I got to tell you, as a fan first, inspiration, you've given that to me. God-given voice you have, just the body of work that you've carried, not just through concerts and albums and things like that. You've given a lot of us out here, me included, so much and motivational inspiration, whatever you want to call it. You've attached so many memories with everything throughout the years, and from the bottom of my heart, I got to tell you that it means so much to me to just even have you either, say two words tonight on the show that I've worked so hard to build for the last 5 years. It means a lot.
Well, you know what? It means a lot to me for someone like you that's young and wants to celebrate my music and for me to just participate is awesome. I mean, it really is, because when Diane called me and said, that Charles wants you to come on the station, I was like, oh, absolutely, they're doing a celebration. I was like, absolutely, because how could I not be humbled by this? I've been in the business a very long time, since I was like 9 years old, and I'm 55 now. And I've been able to sustain myself through all my trials and tribulations, and it hasn't been easy. A lot of it has been wonderful, but it hasn't been easy to sustain yourself, as we know, with other artists that just wasn't able to. So this is quite humbling, and it's just awesome. I'm just really excited to participate.
And not only that, Stephanie, we can be able to reach out to all these millions of people out here overseas and in the States, and even though I'm Bay Area based, there's so much love in Germany, Japan, Australia for you right now, live on the air, listening. They've been waiting for all. There's been so many people on the lines, emails, everything coming. Isn't it a good thing though? You could be able to reach out to and touch all these people overseas.
Yes. Oh, my, yes. And I get, Victor Antonio handles my Twitter. I do Twitter, but sometimes he when I'm on the road and working or if I'm at school with my son, he'll Twitter for me, and he'll tell me, someone tweeted this, what should I say? So I get emails from Germany and France and Japan. I would love to come over there and do shows, and we're talking about that. I just signed with a new agency, and I'm really, really happy about that, called The Roots. And we should be doing some shows over there pretty soon.
Very good, very good. Looking forward to it. And also, on a side note, I was able to see you perform when you did come out to the Bay Area, San Francisco, most notably.
At Yoshi's?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. I was out there. And I gotta tell you, you not only do you got it, you've always had it. I mean, you can never take a bad picture. You can never sing a bad note. You're. I mean, when it comes to somebody that's on that level, like, oh my God, beautiful Stephanie Mills. You just keep getting better and better.
Oh, thank you. But I could sing a bad note. And I can't take a bad picture. You're being really kind.
Hey, I have not seen a picture where you just didn't look breathtaking to me. So that's just me. That's probably because, it's not even a biased thing. It's just, I got so much love and respect for you, and it's just it's great to be able to have you here. So what's Stephanie Mills been up to?
Well, I just finished doing Essence. I'm getting ready to do something for Steve Harvey next week, and I'm doing shows. I'm getting ready to do the Nokia in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
That's September, and just do some more shows. The first week of August, I'm going to start writing with my bass player and my MD, John Dillard, and my keyboard player. We're going to do some writing and try to put out a single really soon. I have so much to say, and I've written some wonderful songs with Josiah Martin. So I'm really into the writing, and because now that I'm older, I have to be real careful with who sends me songs because it's very trendy, and I can't sing trendy songs. So I like to kind of put my own effort in so that it comes from a grown person's perspective.
Right, and not only that, and I'm so glad that you do not want to, go with the trend, go what's hot, go what's out there. It just seemed like that's what a lot of people are doing, and we're going to get into that as well. But I got to tell you, I was going through your hundreds and hundreds of songs and things like that, and I got hit with that vibe when I heard Real Love again. I mean, I always have Stephanie Mills music in my car, at home, stuff like that. But I, just reminiscing and thinking about so much music. But when I heard Real Love, it just kind of took me into place, and I just completely zoned out. And then 5 minutes later, I was like, where am I? What's going on? Like, I just, and I'm glad you mentioned the trend part of it, because to me, the best thing that you did and continue to do in your career is stay authentic. Stay with what got you to the point where you're so loved and respected is because you make songs that will stand the test of time. There's so many songs that you have that will be heard from generations on end because of that.
And you know what? I'm so glad you say that, because I really fight to stay who I am. Like sometimes people will say, well, Stephanie, maybe you should do this or maybe you should do that. And I'm like, no, but my audience is growing with me. They've seen me through the years. If I do something crazy, they'll say, well, what is she doing that for? So I really try hard to stay true to who I am. So it really makes me feel good and let me know that I'm doing the right thing and I'm on the right track with staying true to what my artistry is and what I have to give.
So you have you're working on a new project.
Yes, I've been writing on and off, with this project, and I was sort of hesitant because the music industry has changed quite a bit.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if my single or my albums will really sell today, so I'm kind of hesitant. So we do songs, and then we say, well, maybe those songs are not good enough, so we're going to write some more. But I do have a single that we did work on that I think I'm going to release. And I said, well, I'll just release it just to my fans, because the music industry is so different. Radio is so different. It's very
Absolutely.
hard for old school entertainers to get their records played on radio. But now with the internet and the internet radio, it's just opened up a whole new world for us.
Do you feel, because you came from the same era that I have, more or less, when it comes to, the magic that we would always hear when you listen to a song for the first time and you heard it on the radio. And I'm pretty sure when you first started, when you heard yourself on the radio for the first time, you got excited, did backflips, the whole deal, right?
Absolutely. I was in Los Angeles riding in the car with my sister, and still I get excited when I hear myself on the radio, because it's not a given that, they're going to play my old stuff. So
right.
I still get excited. I'm still in excitement. I still get nervous when I perform and all of that. It doesn't get old to me.
Why do you feel the magic of what you said, that cycle was happening for a while? as far as the magic that people would feel. And I get that from people that I interview when they first heard it from the first time, but it was way back when. Now it's a different deal, like you said, with internet and then the way the mainstream radio is portrayed now. Why do you think it kind of went, left instead of it still having that vibe that people would be able to remember for a lifetime?
I think because the rap industry, I think now they consider rap R&B. It's kind of muddy with R&B music and rap.
I agree.
So I think that with rap coming in and it being so popular, and I take nothing away from them, I think that what they do is really clever. How they put songs together is just really clever. Like, I love that song, Can I Get a Refill? I really like that song. I think it's so clever the way she wrote it, or whoever wrote it. I don't know if she wrote it herself, but that's one of my favorite songs right now. But I just think that they've gotten a little confused with what real, true R&B is.
Right. Do you feel it'll come back?
Oh, absolutely. Real music always. Well, it hasn't gone away. I mean, with most rap songs, they have something in there from James Brown, from Stevie Wonder, from myself, from Anita. They have our songs in there, or they mention us, so it can never ever go away. Our songs, I think that, Stevie's our songs will live on forever.
Absolutely. Your songs will as well. Make sure you include yourself,
yes,
too.
Yes, I do. I really do. I think my songs will, because those are just the kind of songs, and I think my audience will want to hear those songs. That's why I really try to make sure when I'm doing a show that I sing my songs like I recorded them, because they don't want to hear a caricature of my song. They want to hear it how it was recorded. And I know when I go see other artists, I want to hear what I heard on record.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's funny that you mention that, too, because you know how popular YouTube is, and I think there's been, different clips of you and different points and times of your career being on stage and singing, and then there's so many comments that comes below it that's, this is real music. This is the reason why this kind of music will live on because of God-given talent like that. Fast-forwarding it now to 2012, And there's so many different ways that other people and people would always quote it as, it's more of a hamburger helper, and so, the Autotunes, the different types of sounds that will drown out average singing, I guess, according to some people. But when it comes to Autotune, when you first heard about Autotune and some of the other things that will enhance in artists' vocals, what was your opinion when you first heard that stuff?
Well, you can do whatever you want in the studio. The proof of the pudding is when you have to stand on that stage and do it.
Amen.
You could do whatever you want. You could make whatever kind of sound you want, triple your voice, whatever. But when you have to perform that music, it has to come across on stage. Now, a lot of people tape their stuff and do a lot of things like that, and that can be deadly, too, because sometimes that tape machine is not going to work.
Absolutely.
And then when that tape machine malfunctions, then you still got to produce. So I don't know, I'm not with all of that. I'm really not, because I didn't come from that school. I came from a school where you stand flat-foot and you sing and you do what you have to do. If you have to, you sing with just piano or sing a cappella. That's the school I come from, especially from my theater background. But people can do whatever they want. But when you go see them in concert, that's the real test.
What do they say? The proof is in the pudding, right?
It sure is. The proof is in the pudding. It is.
Stephanie Mills is my guest on Branded After Dark, and you mentioned something about just it being a whole different deal as far as musically, how you promote and market your brand now as opposed to how it used to be. The machine that used to be behind, so many power labels. You're doing it with your team, right? I mean, everything you're doing, you're doing it.
I'm doing it with my team. I'm independent, and I'm doing it with my team, And sometimes it's hard to find the right team that will click. But I think finally with my agent that I have now, and I just, after so many years, acquired a manager because I was doing it all on my own, and it's just too much to do on your own. So now it leaves me time to think about my music, and I can really concentrate, I believe, now on my music and doing a good record and putting it out there on my website. And hopefully people like you I can send it to, and you would play my single or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so well, you know me. As soon as you give me a single to drop, if it's brand new, I will do the whole bells and whistles, and my team right here will be able to get it done. And that's the one thing I love. I love the fact that not only are you coming with new music, but you know, there's so many people that love your voice and your music that you've done before, just because of the nostalgia, the feeling that they have when you hear, like I said earlier, Real Love and Secret Lady and Never Knew Love Like This. I mean, there's so many different feelings that you get attached to it. So, hey, you can never do wrong with something new. I would love to be one of the first to break a brand new Stephanie Mills song.
You know what? I promise you, when I do a single, I'm going to send it to you first.
Wow.
I will.
You know how that makes me feel?
Because I'm truly a person that I appreciate people who appreciate my music, and you wanted to interview me. You're doing a Stephanie Mills Appreciation Day. Of course, Appreciation Day. Of course, I would send you my new music. Absolutely.
You were the best. You were the best. So, you know, we're going to be joined at the hip as we celebrate not just your music tonight, but always, but also when your new music comes, we're definitely going to stand behind it and support it. And like you said, the proof is in the pudding earlier, the body of work and everything that you've accomplished so much in your career. It's only right that we go hard and we grind like it's our music.
Right.
And I feel like, you know, everybody that has an attachment to your music and what you've done, it speaks for itself. Everybody. Like tonight, I mean, we have so many lines lit. We have so many emails. Twitter is going crazy. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Oh, I'm so happy because that's the new thing. And for me to be in this business as long as I am and still be able to be relevant is a blessing. That's a blessing.
Absolutely. And if people want to follow Stephanie Mills, you can actually go and hit her up on Twitter at PrettyMill, the number 1, PrettyMill, the number 1. Make sure you do it now. Follow like I have, and I know others will do the same as well. And with your management, I definitely got to shout out Victor as well. I know you did earlier, but I got to definitely shout him out as well. He is the best.
He is absolutely the best. Hi, Victor. I know he's listening. Victor, I love you. He does a magnificent job for me. Absolutely, he does. He is a blessing. He really is. Because sometimes when I'm feeling like, oh, what am I doing, he'll hit me up and he'll say, guess what, you're doing the best. Or he'll tell me if my show was good, if it wasn't, or what song I should sing, or what song I shouldn't sing, and if I'm on track. And he happens to love the track that I'm on now, you know, the path that I'm on now. So that's good because sometimes we're too up close as an artist. You're too up close, so you need somebody to tell you, well, no, that's not working, or that's working, or this is working. And he's one of those people for me.
See, and that's good when you have a different perspective because I'm pretty sure amongst a lot of camps, there's always yes people, and there's too many yes people. They will just agree to do whatever you sing or say or whatever because of who you are. But instead, having a difference of opinion and having someone that's, you know, that will give you the other side of the fence, so to speak, is always good.
Victor is so honest with me. I mean, Victor will tell me, Stephanie, you need to lose a little weight. No. All of that. I mean, he is so honest. He'll be like, no, you need to straighten up your arms. You need to do this. But I appreciate that because you get so tired of people saying, oh, girl, you look good or whatever. I appreciate somebody saying, no, you need to do this, you need to do that. And then once I started, you know, getting back into my Pilates, because I was a mom. I have an 11-year-old boy and I'm an 11-year-old son, and I'm a single mom. So I'm really into my son and going to school with him and all that. And sometimes you can just get that mom weight on you. So then after a while, I just said, well, let me really get back. Now that he's older, I can get back into the thinking of like an artist because he's independent now, and he's and I don't have to watch him as closely as I was watching him before, even though I still go to school with my son every day.
Absolutely. You sound just like me because I have a soon-to-be 10-year-old daughter this year. She'll be 10, and
really?
I'm the same way. I am the same way. I have to be active, proactive, and not just school, but everything. But like you said, now that they're older, you can actually do more things. I actually do workouts with my daughter too. We actually go and we hang out, and we'll either play basketball or we'll actually just jog or we'll walk.
Yes.
You know, simple as that. So, you know, it's you know, parenting is a good thing. It's a good thing.
Parenting is a good thing, and it's not easy if you're doing it right. You know,
Absolutely.
it's not an easy thing because you have to do homework and you really have to give your children the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're celebrating the music of Stephanie Mills right here on Branded After Dark. And before we play music and we let you go, what I want to do is I want to at least take a handful of people to just call and be real quick and do their shout-outs and say hello, et cetera, et cetera. You got a few minutes to do that?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Let's take the first caller, which is my man, Mr. Mo from the 510. You're mic'd up and on Branded After Dark. Stephanie Mills.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Miss Mills, it's a pleasure to listen to you after being a fan of yours for so many years. I'm just, it's just really good to know that you're still out there. You're keeping real music alive. And Brandon and I have talked about this many times. You know, I'm from the old school. I believe the music should have lyrics. You know, a nice hook. You know, it should have a message to it. You know, I think, you know, like I said, personally, I think that you're supposed to be given a voice from God in order to sing a record. But
amen to that.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
I really appreciate you, you know, with what you're doing and keeping real music alive. And like I said, I've loved you for years. So thank you so much for everything that you've brought to us as a people and me personally as a fan.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening and calling.
Powerful, powerful right there. Let's take this caller from the 510 with the 479. You're mic'd up and on Branded After Dark with Stephanie Mills. Who's this?
Hey, hi, Stephanie.
Hey, hi.
Hey, this is Parish. Well, I won't say I've met you, but you sung Night Games to me at Yoshi's, the same place where Brandon was at on Thursday, opening night. I'll never forget it. That was beautiful. Also, a shout-out to Victor, because I love him, too. He's doing a great job. I follow you on Facebook and Twitter. You are the best. I love you to death. I just want you to know that. And everything, and like this man told you, everything he's saying about your voice, your spirit, your body of work, it's the truth. You know, you have always remember that. I love you. I've been loving you since 85. And I'm 42, so I was 15.
Wow.
See, I'm telling my age now, but you know.
Thank you.
But truly, I love you so much, and keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for calling.
Appreciate the call. Let me see. I think this might be Victor. Let's take this 347 call. 425. Okay. You're mic'd on Branded After Dark with Stephanie Mills. What's up?
Brandon, what's good, man? This is Victor Antonio.
Hey, Victor!
Baby girl, I'm just calling to show you some love and support and let you know that the world is right there waiting for you to whatever move you make, we are right there to support you, baby girl.
I know, sweetheart. Thank you. I love you much.
And I love you more. And Brandon, I want to let you know I appreciate you putting this out there so that her friends can reach out and show her all the love that they have for her.
Absolutely. Just know, man, like, you know, I appreciate you and, of course, Stephanie as well. And, you know, all I know with everything that comes and all these listeners and people, and even before dialogue with you, Stephanie, is, you know, God is good. That's
he
I
really
mean, that, to me, that you highlight that. Yeah. I mean, it's good. No matter what. Happiness, you know, trials and tribulations, it's just, you know, he's just good. He's good no matter what.
He really is.
All right.
He's
no
good.
matter
Victor,
what.
I will talk to you after this. I'll call you after.
All right, baby girl. Love you.
Okay, I love you.
All right, let's take a couple of quick ones. Let's take this one from the 770. I think that's Chicago. Chicago, you're mic'd on Branded After Dark with Stephanie Mills. What's up?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, no, I'm calling from Georgia, actually.
Oh, okay. Georgia, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm kind of nervous here. This is Yisrael calling. I know Victor hears me. He's the one that convinced me to go ahead and call because I told him I was kind of afraid.
Why? Why should you be afraid?
Miss Mills, I'm 46 years old.
Uh-huh.
And I have been a fan of yours since I was 9 years old.
Wow.
I have to tell you that, I have to tell you that before I started talking, I started to sing.
Really?
And when I was a baby, my mother used to put the radio in the crib with me because she found that it would help me to sleep.
Uh-huh.
And when she said I'd never talked, and the first thing that she ever known me to do was sing, and she found me in the crib standing up singing to Aretha Franklin's Chain of Fools.
Wow.
And so that was the first artist that had ever, that my body, my soul had ever connected with to know that that's an artist.
Right.
The next artist that my soul connected with was you. I was 9 years old, and I was sitting on the floor looking at television, and a commercial came across the television of this girl hopping across the TV saying, "He's on down the road."
He's on down the road.
And so some neighbors across the street from mine, I found out they were going to see this show called The Wiz, and so they went, and their father wouldn't let me go. So when they came back, I asked them if they went, and they said, yeah. And so I started hopping around in the street singing, "He's on down the road." I said, "Was she doing like this?" And they said, "Yeah, I didn't know you could sing." And that's the first time I had ever knew that I could sing. And from then on, I had always been a fan of yours. I have been through ups and downs and so many bad things in my life. And your music, your voice, has carried me through so many problems and situations that I have been through as a child. And it helped me to continue on within this life that I had as a child to become the man that I am now. And I just want to tell you, thank you so much for being the person that you have been and bringing the music that you have brought to us, because it has helped a lot of us out in our lives. And I ask you to please do not stop. I saw you on an interview where you said that you was afraid that people were not going to want to hear you or come out to see your concerts. And I looked and I was like, is she crazy? She does not know the magnitude of her voice and what you have done for people. And I don't want to over talk my time, which I know I've already done. But Miss Mills, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Thank you. And Victor, Antonio, I lied to you not. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you're doing, because you really are putting in your time for Miss Mills, and her fans really do appreciate it. And I thank you.
Thank you for calling. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Wow.
Amen to that. I mean, I'm gonna take two more calls beforehand. So let me take the next one real quick and real quick before I take this call. Wow.
I know. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. My goodness.
And you know what? And to let my man from the 770 know, like, the heart beating a mile a minute and the nervousness, I felt that before I got on the air tonight. So just FYI, you're not alone, buddy.
Right, you're not alone. I was nervous too. Everybody's nervous.
Exactly. Let me take this one from the 314, St. Lou. Cuz from the Lou is on. Branded After Dark with Stephanie Mills. Cuz, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Brian? What's up, Miss Stephanie Mills? How's it going?
Hello, it's going good. I can't complain.
Okay, I would just like to say that I'm an '80s baby myself, and I remember your music playing in the household. But two things that stands on my mind when I think of your name, Stephanie Mills. So, hey, what's going on, girl?
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you.
I think I do remember that episode, but yeah, that wasn't Stephanie.
What episode was that?
I think it was the one. It was the one where it was a Thanksgiving episode, and I think they were singing "Pass the Peas" or something like that, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
But no, that wasn't Miss Mills though. But I remember that episode because I love Martin though. Shout out to Martin.
Oh yeah, I love Martin. I did too. I used to watch him all the time, but I didn't see that episode.
Yeah. Let me take one more caller from the 818 area code. You're mic'd up and on Branded After Dark with Stephanie Mills.
How are you guys?
Fine.
Hi, Stephanie, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm pretty good. This is Air2Love from Twitter. We talk occasionally.
Yes, we do.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know that, as I've told you, you have one of the most beautiful voices in the business. You always have. Before style was even a big thing, you've always had that technique, and it's so identifiable. You and Denise Williams are two of the original females from that generation that just always had style without even trying. Just beautiful, amazing instruments. And your personality matches.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for calling and taking the time.
I wanted to ask you, why haven't you and some of the ladies that were very big in the 80s decided to possibly get together and do a tour? I think that would be very good for a few of you, like Regina Bell.
I'm so glad you said that. I want to do a tour with, like, Anita Baker and Shaka Khan.
Yes. Okay.
I think that would just be fabulous. I was just
I wish
Anita.
you could add Regina Bell as well. I think she would be great.
Regina's wonderful. Oh, Regina's wonderful. Absolutely.
Yes.
I was just with Anita. It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I would love to do a tour. You know, Gladys and Natalie are doing some shows together, and I just think it's wonderful.
Yes, it really is. I think that would be major for you all, and it would help people that have grown up with that sound and great R&B music to realize that it hasn't gone anywhere, and help further your careers, and as well as our love for that genre that is quickly dying, I would say.
Yes, it is. It is, but we're not going to let it. We're not going to let it. We're not going to let it, because Gladys has put out a new album, and I'm going to do some new music. I think Shaka's putting out some new music, so we're not going to let it. We're going to fight hard to keep that around.
Definitely. It's great to talk to you. I love you, and I hope you both have a great week.
I love you back. Same to you.
Take care.
Appreciate the call, and but before we let you go, and you know what, all you promoters out there that's listening, hey. Stephanie Mills, Anita Baker, et cetera, come on now. Let's get it together.
Yes, Stephanie Mills, Anita Baker, Shaka Khan, who did he say?
Regina
Bell, India Ari. I love India Ari.
India Ari is good, very good.
Lettucey. We could do Patty. We could do some Patty's on the tour now, though. But we could do some wonderful things. But we're not going to let our music die.
Not at all. And to me, when you have all these people listening, you have all these people calling in, and there's more callers, and of course, when we have singles, I mean, this is going to be your home, Stephanie. Anytime you want to come and promote not just your brand, but also want to talk to your fans worldwide, the best thing about online radio is we have full control over making sure that we put whatever we need to put out and promote. So we will definitely continue to go super strong for you always. So
thank you so much. I so appreciate that.
And in closing, I gotta tell you, your website is still up, right?
Yes, it is. I'm getting ready to do a new thing. I got to put a whole new website and stuff together. Do you know anybody that knows how to do that really good?
Absolutely. I'll make sure I'll be in touch with you as well. Absolutely.
Oh, please.
I'll be in touch with you and Victor for sure on that, because that is especially nowadays, before your single is released on iTunes and all that other good stuff. Yeah, we got to make sure that website is out there.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is have Victor Twitter you. I want to give you a number to my assistant, but I don't want to give it. I don't know how to do that.
We'll pass it. You can follow me on Twitter, and I'll make sure I put it in the private messages so you can check it out.
That's what we'll do. I'll have Victor do it.
Just make sure you follow me on Twitter, and I'll give out my information and pass that on to you. But I gotta thank you as we get ready to just celebrate and just play your music for the rest of the night tonight. You are beyond amazing, and it is truly, truly a blessing, and then some, to have you come hang out, but also talk about and talk to your fan base and all the people out there. Please follow Stephanie Mills on Twitter at PrettyMill with the number 1, and make sure you hit her back. She's very interactive, and I've had my eye on you the moment I actually say, hey, Steph Mills got Twitter. Okay.
Yes. So, but thank you for inviting me. Thank you for celebrating my music, and just thank you for loving, R&B music and the music that we've all put out back in the day. I just thank you for appreciating it.
Unconditionally, and it won't stop. I mean, it's just one thing when you do have that love and appreciation, and you feel it from your heart and soul. That stuff never goes away.
It never
goes away.
Never
at all. Love you, Miss Mills.
I love you back.
We are. You know what? The song I was telling you about, that is your song, Real Love, the one that will shake me to my dying breath. We're gonna go ahead and kickstart this right here on Branded After Dark. Stephanie Mills, I love you. I love you.
I love you back.
Real love right here.
Thank you for having me.
Love you, Steph.
Bye-bye.